Russian football is hotting up. The domestic league has improved, enabling many Russian players to come in from the cold. Their choice to stay at home sees clubs like CSKA, Spartak and Zenit stocked with Russian world-class talent. There's the mercurial Alan Zagoev running the wings, and experience marshalling the centre in Shirokov and Denisov, and the goal-scoring delight of Kershakov. Raising the league's profile are foreign imports such as Hulk, Axel Witsel, Danny, and the standards are improving as a result. But most importantly, with nearly the entire national team playing in the Russian Premier League, the result is an organised and cohesive squad. It's quite a transformation from the collapse of the USSR and with it Russia's game in 1991. As the Soviet Union, they were one of the most successful national teams in Europe, winning the first ever European Championship and at the World Cup fourth in 1966 and 3 quarter-final appearances. 2014 is just the third time they've qualified for the World Cup since the breakup. And what a precursor it could be for Russia to demonstrate their passion for football before they themselves play host to the world 4 years later in 2018. When you talk superstars in the Russian lineup heading into 2014, there's none bigger than their coach, Italian Fabio Capello. Russia's qualification for Brazil confirms the Don's place as a world-class coach after success at club level with Milan, Real Madrid and Roma. Drafted in after Dick Advocaat's resignation following Russia's humiliating first-round exit at Euro 2012, Capello's authoritarian style has got Russia back on track. Of course, Capello has been to the World Cup before, both as a player in 1974 and in 2010 while in charge of England. Unfortunately, his record isn't as good as at club level. Germany 1974 saw Italy dispatched in the group stage, winning just 1 match. Though Capello did manage to score a goal in their final game against Poland. And in 2010, England's spirit, tactics and ability to handle pressure came into question. Suffice to say, in the second round, Capello's side were beaten 4-1 by Germany, England's heaviest defeat ever in a World Cup. Whereas his strict regime never suited the England camp, it seems just what the doctor ordered over in Russia, where players and officials recognised the Italians' undisputed record in the game and Capello's own ego can take centre stage.
In my mentality, only victory exists. Other words do not. So I work to achieve results, and the players have to work to this.
They say defence wins trophies, and it's certainly won Russia qualification to Brazil 2014. Capello, a notoriously strict, disciplined and defensive coach, has set up Russia to defend well. And conceding just 5 goals, the second lowest in all of European qualifying, Capello certainly achieved that. Finishing top of Group F above Portugal can be directly attributed to their defence. 4 wins in their first 4 games was the perfect start, but a shock loss to Northern Ireland threatened to derail their campaign. And in their final 4 matches, Russia conceded 3 goals late on. They stumbled over the finish line with a draw in Azerbaijan.
We've conceded 3 goals in the final minutes of games. This is the only thing on the pitch I'm not happy with. I want a squad that's always improving. I'm very happy with qualifying because we had an opponent in Portugal that was very difficult, and in every game we've done well.
Despite finishing in top spot, deficiencies have been highlighted. If Russia come across a side with a defence as good as their own, their lack of imagination could haunt them. So Capello will be working hard to convert shots to goals before the tournament kicks off in June. Time now to look into the Russian prospects for Brazil in more detail. Despite showing more flair and positivity in recent years, and entering Euro 2012 as one of the strongest sides, Russia's deficiencies in defence were exposed. A new philosophy was required, but one that still utilised the 4-3-3 formation for which Russia has become known, relying heavily on the core of the side, the midfield. In the middle of the park, Russia has some truly exceptional options. Dynamo Moscow's Igor Denisov in defensive midfield is the conductor for every attack, and the rock on which the defence is built. When focused, he's one of the best holding players in Europe, and when anchoring the midfield behind his former Zenit St. Petersburg teammates Roman Shirokov and Viktor Fashelin, a coach couldn't ask for stronger chemistry. The three are happy to break from midfield or move to the flanks to create space and retain balance. Their understanding is vital for Russia's flowing style of play. To the midfield add a mobile front three picked from Zenit's Vladimir Bistrov, CSKA's Alan Zagoev, Lokomotiv's Alexander Samadov, or Dynamo's Alexander Kokorin, and the result can be mouth-watering. Their main man, Alexander Kershakov, seems destined to become Russia's all-time top scorer, although at 31, he's running out of chances to do that. Russia's former captain, Andrei Arshavin, hasn't been utilised since Euro 2012, with Zagoev taking over as top scorer in that tournament. But with Russia now concentrating on the win rather than what's beautiful on the eye, the new style perhaps hasn't suited Russia's star. Zagoev's form suffered through qualifying, but if one player was to provide the spark and flair Russia need, it would be Alan Zagoev. And with Kershakov scoring 5 goals through qualifying, Kokorin bagging 4, and midfielders Fashelin and Shirokov netting a further 3 apiece, there's plenty of goals in the Russian artillery. Conceding just 5 goals through qualifying was no coincidence, with team emphasis sitting firmly with the defence. The CSKA trio of Igor Akinfeev, Russia's first-choice keeper since 2006, along with centre-backs Sergei Ignashevich and Vasily Berezutsky, provide the solidity upon which the side is deeply rooted. Berezutsky is highly decorated, winning everything available to any player in the Russian Premier League, while Ignashevich is the most capped player in the Russian squad and the most prolific defender in Russian football history. Dmitry Kombarov has come in at left-back for Yuri Zhirkov, who had been so vital for Russia in the past. And with Anyukov at right-back, Russia has 2 fullbacks who like to get forward and provide an attacking outlet. Fluidity in movement is the key for Russia, much as it has been in the past. But this time, defensively, they are a compact and cohesive unit. It's a potent mix.